so many years you had a lot of the same guys. What's it like just having a fresh, not entirely, but a fresh group of yours? So,
No, it's I've mentioned this a few times to people, uh, just in general. This is probably by far the most fun because you're learning a lot of just their abilities, right? You're learning a lot of what they can pick up quickly, maybe what not so much. How much time you need to spend with each individual. What type of habits are they building outside of the time that with me, and guiding those things, right? Guiding the what they're learning on a daily basis, what their routines are in the mornings, and really just helping them along, to reach their full potential in those ways. And so it's a lot of fun, and they're a fun group. So.
You guys added 3 running backs in the portal. When you guys went into the offseason, what were some of the traits or things you guys were looking for as you rebuilt the room?
Yeah, definitely wanted some diversity in run styles, right? But definitely, I would even say guys with experience, right? Those were some of the pieces that kind of went into that. Maybe similar schemes in some ways of what we do went into it as well. I know, especially in attracting and getting the type of players that we need to play at a high level. We spent a lot of time at that, right? And really just pleased so far with what we were able to get. But there's still a lot of work to do, and having a lot of fun doing it. So the guys have been really attentive those ways. And everything that we really wanted to get, right, I believe we were able to go and achieve that, just in terms of what we were looking for. And, so far it's been a lot of fun and a lot of explosive plays, a lot of powerful runs, some yin and yang going on, right? And, just continue to those guys are starting to fill out each other as well, right? Of their play styles and learning from each other. And it's been a ton of fun that way.
how would you describe Yasin and what made him an appealing choice for you guys?
Yeah, I think outside of just jumping over people, right? I think just needless to say, just how explosive he is for how big he is, right? Gosh, he's almost as tall as I am, and he's every bit of 230, and he can pick his knees up and put them down, and so. But also to his vision, his change of direction in the box. I think he does a really good job of, being vertical as a runner, and those are really a lot of the things that what we hope for in finding him, and the type of player that he is, but also too in pass protection, somebody that can, pick up blitzes, somebody that can hold a point for us in some third down situations, maybe even early downs, and so there's a lot all around that he can do that we've been really pleased with so far, from him, and I still think there's still a ton that he can improve at, and he knows that as well. And he's eager to get it done, and that's the positive piece in all of that. So really proud of really the whole group, of how they've been able to attack this spring so far.
What surprised you most about Corey in his first couple weeks of practice?
Yeah, his retention, right? We've thrown a lot of these guys, and he's really been able to pick up a lot of it. But you also see just the time that is spent outside of time with me, and he's really studying a lot. All the different teaching tools that we have. We're able to. He's utilizing every piece of, our XOs and Just Play, and just kudos to him for utilizing those pieces that we've provided. But also coming and spending time with me, right, and watching film and studying and learning more of the offense and getting the bits and pieces, just the minor details of every play. He's done a really good job of focusing, but also too, as we play football, right, and we're down for down on things. He's doing a really good job of resetting and refocus. You hear Coach Z talk about that a lot in the quarterback room. We kind of adopt that as well as backs of just refocusing ourselves after every play, flushing the last play, moving on to the next play. He does a really good job of that. So.
Lance talked about Corey and his ability, and kind of made it sound like, hey, he's got what it takes to play as a true freshman. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, no, he's coming along, and he's super impressive. for a freshman. I mean, obviously, just the body type, the body makeup. I mean, he's ready physically, and now the mental piece is coming along and attaching to that as well. He's playing fast. He's playing confident, and that's what you want to see in every guy that you have in the room. And I'm super, excited just to see how he continues to develop. Just different little fundamental pieces that we're continuing to work on right now, but super impressed with how he's picking it up. And honestly, it gives young guys a chance, right? Being an early enrollee, allowing us to be able to work with him early. He's putting himself in position to be able to take the field for us. And I'm really, really proud of the work that he's put in so far.
In general, not having a couple guys this spring, how have you dealt with that, and maybe what has that done for the other younger players who get more opportunity as a result?
Yeah, I think just goes back to development, right? I mean, the more reps guys can take, the better, because they can learn from those reps. But also even guys that are not maybe taking reps are doing a great job of mirroring every play, standing behind and seeing what's going on with the offensive line, seeing the different defensive structures that are being shown, and really just walking out their assignments mentally for themselves. But for the young guys, like I think in everything, it just gives them that opportunity to not just get better, but also be able to fail and mess up things and get it corrected, and be able to take that next step, see where they need to develop and continue to work at, what's consistently showing up that they're doing well, what's maybe consistently showing up that's not so much. We're able to pinpoint those pieces to take that next step for them. And I think they've done a really good job of taking advantage of all those reps. So I think it's been really good.
Coach K said he was surprised a little bit, maybe because of off-field demeanor, how competitive Dylan is when he gets out there. What's your perspective of that, and what have you seen from him?
Yeah, no, with his personality, he's not going to say a whole lot. But man, when he takes the field, he is just a lightning in a bottle, man. And he is super excited. He's super passionate with how he plays, and his demeanor in the game of football in itself. He's super mature, and I've really enjoyed every moment just seeing him. I wouldn't say come out of his shell, but just showing who he is, right? Showing the type of player that he is, and it's been a ton of fun seeing him just show that passion, and his teammates been able to see that passion that he has, and the will to win, right? The will to win every single rep that he takes, and it's been a ton of fun, and the guys have really enjoyed it, and he's gotten people fired up as quiet or however you want to put it. I think it's just him being him. But when he shows up on the field, guys get pretty juiced up about just his ability. So it's been fun.
What was
a ton of fun.
that like for you when you found out he's coming? That's a piece not
Man,
every team has.
It was super exciting because we all know his abilities, right? Like you see it everywhere that he's been, and just even seeing him in high school and how he's developed, to the type of player that he is now. It was super exciting, man, and finally, get a chance to work with him here at Kansas, man, and he even told me this, like, Coach, man, I'm super happy to be here, and he told me, he's like, this is where I feel like I should have been, and just super happy for him, man, and looking forward to continuing to work with him.
You saw him enough back then to kind of know what he was coming out of high school. How different from then to today? Obviously, guys mature, but
yeah, obviously he's body type wise, like he's sticking up.
Yeah.
I think he's still super explosive like he was then. I think his ball skills have really impressed me a ton. He's got really good ball skills, not just out of the backfield, but down the field as well. And Coach K's, he's excited to work with him, man. So he's cooking up some stuff. So it's going to be fun.
Anything else for Coach Wallace? All right. Thanks, everyone.